pkmn.biz for the best badges around.
Hello and welcome to another Talkin' Time. I'm joined today with Maria, Leon, and Greg.
Yo!
What's up?
Hi. Alright, so today we're going to be discussing games or game franchises that need a revival. Maybe they've been dead for too long. I don't know. So, what do you think? We're going to start with Leon. What franchises do you want to see come back in some way?
Okay, first off, guys, Happy New Year. Happy
New
belated
Year.
Happy New
Christmas,
Year.
everybody.
Yeah.
To who's listening, and to you guys, too.
Very happy.
Very happy.
There you go.
Happy, merry,
Hashtag
motherfucking whatever.
There you go.
Okay, with it being a new year, we can only hope and pray we get new things. There's going to be revitalizations, reboots, whatever. So with that being said, the games I want to see be redone or returned in this case. First one, the Jet Set series.
Oh,
Jet
yeah.
Set Radio, Jet Grind. Sega is doing absolutely nothing. They're relying on the Sonic, Hatsune Miku, and Yakuza money.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all they're doing. Then they're doing nothing else. So they really should, because I want to see them do Virtua Fighter. I want to see them bring back Phantasy Star.
Oh my god.
But that's never
classic fantasy
That's
Star.
never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's all online if anything.
It's not online's not coming. That's pretty much official because I think a China company owns that game or whatnot, or something like that.
Probably
but
own the rights to it or something
it's
like
not
that.
coming over states. Long story short, but nevertheless, if Sega can bring back one series, I think that you'd say, hey, bring this back, it would be Jet Set. Jet Set is one, and another for me only because it's just nostalgia of me playing these games as a kid. Sony teases a little bit, the Crash Bandicoot. I want to see, and I want to see Naughty Dog do it. Though.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Naughty Dog doing Crash Bandicoot would be great. And the president of Sony teased it. He had a Crash Bandicoot cert during the PlayStation Experience this past December, and we're like, oh shit, new Crash Bandicoot? New Crash Bandicoot?
No. Okay, so
Nothing.
When it comes to Crash, what if Naughty Dog didn't do it? What if they pulled a Donkey Kong Country? Like how Retro did that instead of Rare, and it was great. It had the spirit of the original. What if someone came in and did something like that? Would you be okay with that, or would it be Naughty Dog or nothing?
I would be okay with that because, I'd be okay with that, but it would have to depend solely on who the company is.
Right.
Now, it could definitely work, but it could also not work because look what happened with Sly Cooper series. Sly
That's
Cooper
true.
did it. 1 through 3 was all by Sucker Punch, and the fourth one was by a completely different studio, Senzaru Games. They did the HD of Sly Cooper, which is good, but then Sly 4 came out, and pretty much it was just like, whatever. And Blue Point Games did an HD remaster of Uncharted Collection on PS4. Now, granted, if that company were to do not Uncharted, but a Crash Bandicoot, it could work. It could be fine. I'd be okay with it. But it has to be good. So yeah, if Naughty Dog did it, cool.
Yeah.
But but at the same time, I kind of don't want to see Naughty Dog do it because they already have enough on their plate. They got Uncharted 4, which is the hypest shit ever. Oh my god! And possible Last of Us 2, and maybe even the Return of Jack and Daxter, which another game I would love. But I think Crash is definitely one.
Yeah.
And to reflect off Crash, another game I want to see come back would be another game from another Sony studio, Insomniac. I want to see Spyro the Dragon come back from Insomniac.
Yeah, not Skylanders.
Not
But just a
Skylanders.
standalone. Yeah.
Not the game done by Universal. I want to see Insomniac fucking do it.
Yeah.
Insomniac has to put their paw prints on the new Spyro. I would love that. Spyro Year of the Dragon is one of the best PlayStation games
Yes.
of all fucking time. If you haven't played it, play that shit. It's amazing. Spyro Year of the Dragon. Get it. And as an honorable mention, one last game I want to see come back, only because I played Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker. That game is so fun. First thing that came to mind when I played it, I haven't beat it, but first thing that came to mind was fucking Final Fantasy Tactics. I want to see Square Enix do another Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh my god! Wait, because they
GBA
revisited
version?
a few times.
A handheld version?
Because the GBA, like
My favorite.
Like it was technically the same world, but like it added like judges and stuff, and it was convoluted, and it was kind of But the original Tactics is like one of my favorite games.
Oh, hell
if
yeah,
it's in
man.
that style, then I'm totally on board.
Fucking
Yeah.
snowball the shit out of you. Throw snowballs at each other all day, every day.
Yeah, but you're the bad guy in that one. Because
Yeah.
your friend's paralyzed. And you're like, I want to go back to the real world because I want to go to school or something.
But yeah, definitely. Final Fantasy Tactics is a game I want to see Square Enix do. And Square Enix can definitely do it. They're on a high roll right now. They got Heaven's Sword, which basically made them do great.
Yeah.
The new Nier game's coming out, I believe, later this year. Same with Final Fantasy 15 and KH3, whenever that is. You know, Square Enix.
Fantasy 7.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
We talked about that the other time.
Yeah, we talked about it last time.
Yeah.
And I agree. Final Fantasy 7, Episode 1, by the way. But Episode 1.
Episode
Yeah.
1's the most disappointing. Since Final Fantasy 13.
Two people will get that, and they're talking about it right now.
But
Yeah.
definitely. So long story short, my list is Jet Set's radio series, Spyro by Insomniac, and and Crash by Insomniac, and Final Fantasy Tactics. That's like my three. Other than that,
Yeah.
that's basically it.
You gotta understand the concept of love.
You gotta fly like a butterfly too.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
To kind of add to that, I would
See you in
I would
10.
really love to see another Crash Bandicoot, but it would have to be done by Naughty
has
Dog,
to be.
like hands down. Like I don't even care if maybe like Insomniac took it and they would like kind of talk to Naughty Dog about it and kind of go through their approval to do hey, we were thinking of doing this, and Naughty Dog's like, yeah, sure, that kind of thing I would be okay with. Spyro's another good one as
Spyro.
well, but,
Yep.
but as far as those are concerned, it's so disappointing to see those franchises kind of like sort of die.
Yeah.
Because
They sold them.
yeah, they sold it to someone else, and they just kind of like,
Company
why?
sold the world.
Like I remember, to kind of, I guess, I don't know, like the one I specifically remember is Spyro and like Elijah Wood being which one I thought was really cool because I had no idea that was him.
Yeah,
until,
Elijah
the
Wood, Blair
credits.
Underwood, Christina Ricci.
Yeah,
That was all done by Universal and looked okay and everything, but even then,
the gameplay was kind of like stagnant.
I didn't care, at
Yeah.
that point, and that's unfortunate. 'Cause I love Spyro, and it's like, whatever, I guess. I mean, it's not Insomniac, they're doing Ratchet and Clank, and I'll stick
Yeah.
to that. So
Yeah, but for me, one of the big games that I kind of wish would either like get redone or just kind of have a sequel to it would be Legend of Dragoon, and
Yep.
and the only reason why I say
yeah.
this is because what was it? Was it All Stars for the
PlayStation
Vita?
All-Stars.
PlayStation
All-Stars.
All Stars. There was like a rumor or like a leak showing that they
No,
would have.
they made the model for Dart.
No, he
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
character.
We're not putting him
Yeah,
in because
they
Dart was a
just
character.
he's not an
completely
all-star.
they just completely just threw him out, which is like like a shot to the gut, like ha, here you go.
That was like the first PlayStation game I played.
Like,
on a
yeah, and-
demo was Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, and
Walmart.
one for being a PlayStation game at that time, like the cutscenes were just beautiful. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking like PS2 level almost.
not only that, but
And-
also it was audio throughout the cutscenes and
Yeah.
FMVs. That normally doesn't
And
happen.
and instead of just just hitting attack, you actually did the attacks, which is what I liked. It's like, oh man, it did have a few flaws. Like you couldn't really pause in between anywhere. Like you'd be, you'd have to just pull up the menu and be like, okay, I'm gonna just pull up the menu and go somewhere, get a drink, cereal, get my cereal, come back. So there's that. They could probably improve on like the actual game graphics, just because I remember when I was playing the game, it was like, oh, what's over here? Like, unless you weren't actively looking for it, you'd miss it completely. Like, like especially with a lot of the Stardust things, like you have to really look for it.
The game was pre-rendered, right?
Yeah, it was pre-rendered,
Like
so-
Final Fantasies of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it
It made
I'm
it
glad
difficult.
that's gone.
Yeah, it made it
That
really
was
difficult
terrible.
to find certain items and to to figure out what was like a place where you had to go or a place that you can explore. And with that, I was kind of heartbroken because you know how they had I had played Legend of Dragoon, and then I found out about this other game called Legend of Dragoon Orta, which is a completely different game. Like you're just.
No, that's Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah, is it?
Panzer Dragoon Orta.
Yeah, Panzer
Yeah,
Dragoon
yeah,
Order,
like,
that's a Sega game.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, like pulling onto the
Yeah,
heartstrings,
that's the same word.
the
Yeah.
heartstrings
Yeah.
of all of those Sony kids, myself included.
Sony.
Like, I want a sequel to Legend of Dragoon. Like, there has to be more. Like. And then you look at that and you're just like, oh, this is completely different. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the game I fell in love with.
Yeah.
Anyway.
LOD is one of those games that
Yeah.
is just a cultural thing. Like, back in the PlayStation days, there's Final Fantasy VII, Legend of Dragoon. It's like one of those great RPGs of that time. And, Square Enix answered the call with, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Sony do the same thing
Yeah,
with
Sony step it up.
It's approaching its 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
It's been like a few years
remake
or so.
Legend of Dragoon, or remake it and.
Does Dragoon really have a big fan following?
Oh, yeah.
Like a massive one, or is it kind of more niche? Kind of like how the Shenmue 3 crowd, like the Shenmue crowd is really loud, but it's relatively small when you compare it to going back to Final Fantasy VII. That's a huge crowd.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that
I
same
feel
size?
like-
I wasn't big into the PlayStation back then, so I didn't really follow stuff like that.
It's definitely more big, it's more big than the niche crowd. It's more in between.
Kinda like
between-
intermediate.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
intermediate.
I agree because
It's definitely intermediate.
you can. I've always felt that it was like a lot of people will know the game, but you're also not sure because it's like who started off playing Legend of Dragoon
Right,
like
yeah.
I did. Like
Not only that, but Legend of Dragoon was one of those games made a year or so before the PlayStation 2 was coming out. It was
Yeah,
yeah,
one of those
exactly.
like-
The late.
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
titles. So it was like, oh, okay, well, PlayStation 2 comes out. I'm gonna play the bouncer.
Well, who
Yeah.
who out there, watching this YouTube land, who wants to see Dragoon come back? Like, do you have fond memories of it, or is it something that you've wanted to try? Let me know.
Yeah,
But
let
all
us
of us
know.
are
Let us know in the comments.
No.
All right, Greg, what do you got?
To kind of piggyback off what Maria said, Panzer Dragoon Order, I'd love for that to come back. I love the Panzer Dragoon games on Sega CD, and it was on the original Xbox, so that was the last game that came out. Sega's really sat on that franchise, hasn't done anything to it,
Lazy
Thanks,
bums.
Yeah,
Thanks, Sega.
Yeah. What's
Lazy
going on?
Obama.
Only
Lazy
Sonic,
bums.
and Shamoon and all that. No, I mean Shamoon. Well, coming soon, Shamoon and
Shamu.
even though it's not really good.
Shamoon.
Yeah, there you
Shamoon.
go. There you
Big
go.
as well.
Exactly. So
Looking for some poachers.
there you go, basically. And for them to, if they were to come out and do HD remake or whatever and say, hey, it's an Xbox Live or PSN, I'd be okay with that. But I want them to do. And I know Crimson Dragon. I don't know if that's related to the Panzer Dragon Order.
Crimson Dragoon, I believe it is.
It is. Well,
It's
an
a
actual.
sequel.
Yeah, well, an actual, like, to me, a reimagining of that world in that series. So, and another game too. I know I'm gonna get some flack for this. Blinks. I like Blinks. I'm like one in like 10 people with the original Xbox. I love that.
I'll be
See
okay
that
with
Bobcat
that
thing?
game.
The cat.
the pop.
The cat that can control
He
time.
was a cat. Yeah.
What
Okay.
could possibly
With
go
the vacuum
wrong?
up there.
That needs to come back.
Yeah, it needs to come back. No, I love the second one's terrible. The first one, there was a couple home runs here and there, but there was a couple of kinks that needed to be fixed. And I hope at the time when the game came out, I was like, all right, there's a sequel coming out. Hopefully they'll make some improvements, which they did, but they just went a different direction and they changed a lot of the stuff up and how everything works. And honestly, I didn't really like that too much, and the fact that you can play as the antagonist and a bunch of other baloney. But all in all, I want that game to come back, be reimagined, especially like for the Xbox One, because I don't think it's going to come on the PS4 because it's exclusive.
Right.
Another game I liked also from the reimagine, it's also another Sega game. It's Crazy Taxi. I'd love to see what they can do.
Why not?
Exactly. There you go. He's
Why
got
not?
it. John's got it.
God, I love Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
And you can
yeah.
have-
Oh, yeah.
It's time some crazy money. Yeah, or whatever he says.
Hey.
BD Joe, dude. BD Joe a bust.
Yeah.
The black guy.
The Crazy Taxi announcer is pretty much Krusty the Clown.
Pretty much
Hey.
that's like when he's high or whatever. He's on the too many crusty burgers, man. No, but
Got type 2 diabetes.
you know what's funny? There you go. And it's kind of sad because with me and Leon, these all these Sega games we're talking about, and Sega has done nothing to them, at least not yet. I mean, it's okay for them to re-release it, but I want to see a reimagining of it, of what they can do. Just make it very different in a way where it still has its core roots, but it has something a little bit different from the other games, so we can, attract new players and also the old players that used to like the game a lot.
Yeah, I want to be able to walk into a Walmart again, and then there's a crazy taxi machine, and then boom, there's my afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I miss that so much. Like even if the arcade scene is dead in America, like you can still throw one in like a store or a Pizza Hut or something.
If there's an arcade version of it in general, that'd be enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many arcades that are games that are coming to consoles. Like the Batman game we played at our final round. We played that game, and that's a straight up console exclusive. How fun that game was. Yeah. Just in a console game itself, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do that.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off your Blinks revival, another animal-like game done by Microsoft that I want to see come out would be Conquer.
Oh, why didn't I mention
properly?
That or
properly.
Give it to Retro.
Yeah,
give it to Retro.
Or Banjo. No more cars. It's cards instead of baloney. Original.
No, it's fine, man. We got ukulele. Don't
we got ukulele.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
It's the Banjo's dead.
He's
Kazooie.
As much as I prefer the Bear and the Bird,
it's buried in a ditch somewhere. Don't worry about it.
It's crying.
It's crying.
I guess I don't know what was that about.
I think she was being Kazooie.
There you go.
I was crying.
Someone's choking the hell out of
Crying,
Kazooie.
crying Kazooie.
Give me my money.
My royalty check. Or whatever.
Yeah.
But another thing real quick, but it's not, because it's already kind of like I wouldn't say it's virtual successor or sequel, but I wanted to see F-Zero come back, but not in the Nintendo Land minigame. An actual legitimate F-Zero, but...
Or Mario Kart 8 spinoff, which is... the hype is shit, but it's like, you're literally giving me blue balls right now.
Exactly. However, there is a game...
The big blue balls.
There you go. There is a game called Fast Racing Neo that's on the eShop that plays very similar to F-Zero.
It's F-Zero.
I have the game. I have played it. It's amazing, but it's not... It doesn't have that F-Zero feel to it.
Yeah.
It's as close as you'll get.
Half of F-Zero was like the characters,
we're missing the characters.
But like it had a really colorful cast.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, I'm getting my ass kicked. That's all it is, because the original F-Zeros are hard. All of them are, for the most part.
Definitely.
And
they're fun though.
They're fun, but because so you can get really good and get first place and get happy. So, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Just like I said, Blinks and Panzer Dragon and Crazy Taxi and. F-Zero doesn't really... I guess you can call it an honorable mention. Yeah. And also, I'd like to see a Legend of Legaia.
There you go.
So.
I
love Legend of Legaia.
I kind of half agree with that, and I don't know. I've played the first one not too long ago. And, it was fun. And then good God, the second one.
Oh, a sequel on PS2?
Good God, it was so terrible. And the only reason...
Right next to Final Fantasy 13.
Exactly. And the only reason why I even purchased it off of eBay, I think it was like $5-7 bucks.
Yeah, you got it really cheap.
I got it so cheap. And I just had to see.
You really like the first one.
Let that be an indication of what the game is.
Yeah,
but I mean, anything could...
Yeah,
if you even have liked something or have good memories of it, and it hasn't been tried in a long time, try again.
Yeah. But I just rectify Legaia 2. Goddamn.
Legaia 3, Revenge.
All right, so the ones that I have are never gonna happen because they're Konami games. First of all, but the first one, the lesser of the two for me is a classic Castlevania game, Whip Castlevania. Yeah, like I know we're getting Bloodstained, with the whole Metroidvania style, but I want no Metroidvania, just left to right. You've got a whip or a sword, just like a slow weapon. It's all about precision. It's all about level design. Just.
Knockback.
Yeah, it's just one of those games, or make it Castlevania 4 so you can actually control it and have fun.
Yeah.
But I would love to see that. I'm not particularly great at old Castlevania games, but I love them. I appreciate them. They're really important games, and they're fun because you beat a level or you even clear a screen. You're like, I did it. I didn't level up and get stronger. I got better. I got past the. The cat just jumped into the couch for no reason.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss
I
game
think
right
she's
there.
dead.
You mentioned
Oh, no, she's better.
Castlevania, and she immediately just rammed her head into the couch.
Well, no, she got hit and got the knockback. That's what happened.
She got crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Lost one of her 9
That
lives.
couch is Dracula speeding his ass.
the other franchise that I've wanted to see back for a long time. It had a little bit of a presence in Japan for a while, but never over here. Mystical Ninja. I want it back so bad. And if I had to choose between the two styles, it would be like starring Goemon, not the Game Boy version because that's terrible, but the N64 version where it was kind of like a Zelda. It was like a Zelda game, where you like increased your health and stuff, but you switch between all 4 characters. It was just so much fun. It was like a perfect game. It was buggy, but that's okay.
So
but
would you prefer Mystical the first one or the second one? Because the second one was hard.
Well, the first one, I think that was the 18th one in the series or something.
Like
it was crazy. But the
the
first
more
one on
open
N64, just because it's such a different style game, because it's kind of got that like Zelda feel, but it's also like a platformer, and it's really quirky. It's got a dumb sense of humor that the bad English translation made it better, because they had to kind of make the jokes make sense in English, and it just made it like funnier. It was such a fun and charming game, and then it became a Konami property, and then they stopped touching it.
Konami is no mommy.
No, mommy, no. But
the mommy got an abortion.
Or
that's
no,
why.
or no Nami.
Shit. Did not care, dude.
No Nami.
But
I want Bloody Roar back. They ain't gonna have that happen.
Yeah.
Instead,
I
their
forgot about
roar
that.
is pretty bloody, if you know what I mean,
Oh,
because they just don't care anymore. I mean, times they have, but it's one of those things where Konami is basically like in Japan. They're kind of their products and property is done differently over there than it is over here. They actually have products and actually like accessories and stuff they sell.
Well, they do like have you seen the Castlevania pachinko machine?
Yep.
Like the better you do, it shows like cutscenes of like a story, and it was Castlevania 3, the one that I saw. It had Trevor and like Alucard and stuff. It was just so cool, and here comes Sypha and Grant, and I'm like, what's happening? I want to play this game. What is it? Pachinko machine.
No.
They're taking the SNK play more approach, and I'm just in the corner, not taking my meds depressed, dude.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I mean, I hope.
By the way, I'm not depressed. By the way, people,
He's
I'm
okay.
I'm okay. I'm fine.
I hope that eventually comes back to bite Konami, kind of like the same way, to a lesser extent, Capcom.
Yes. Yes.
Because like they were making just bad decisions for so long.
Yep.
Oh God, Mega Man, I'm sorry, but and then they start doing like great things like the Resident Evil 1 HD
remake,
revival or whatever, and then Resident Evil 2 is being completely remade.
Yeah,
Street Fighter 5, they are falling back on franchises, but they're at least using franchises. And Strider, the new Strider that came out.
But we haven't gotten a Strider game in years.
Well, no, there was that PS3 one a couple years back.
Ooh, we haven't gotten a Strider game in years.
Am I buying a Commando?
No, hold on.
Yeah,
you guys talk. I'm gonna look up.
No, we haven't got a Strider game in years, dude. Because Double Helix did that. They just got off Killer Instinct and they say, okay, we'll do another game.
Yeah, it's on
PS3, PS4, 360, and Xbox One.
Okay, well, yeah, but it's still a Strider game.
Oh yeah, it's a Strider game, but we haven't gotten a Strider game.
Since what?
Oh, like
Since
a legit,
legit.
separate.
A
Okay.
long
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
So
I mean, the property still exists. It's being used. That's something. That's better than.
Sitting there.
Yeah, that's better than everything that we've mentioned.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I
Plus
agree.
more.
Because
there's many more.
There's many games I want to see too. Like Onimusha, I want to come back, but I think it's gonna happen because Capcom already filed a trademark. They have renewed the trademark for it.
So that's good.
They,
come on iOS.
It's gonna come up. Don't say that. Don't say that.
How? Good lord.
Don't say that.
$10 to like walk.
Because my faith in Capcom will be
God.
like gone again. I mean, my faith is kind of dwindling down with SF5 because it's just nah. But it's a beta, so I'll give it a pass. If that shit comes out and it's not fucking good, I swear to God.
Yeah.
You hear it here.
Anyway, yeah, you'll hear
You
it
heard
here.
it here, yeah.
You
Heard it here first.
So what other franchises do you want to
I
come
mean,
back on?
the only other thing that I would be able to mention would be Mega Man.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Like specifically Mega Man X, because that
Yes.
hasn't been touched since X8, besides spin-offs, I think.
2
The
console
comics.
generations ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Dang it.
but
Damn, it's been that long.
there's another. There's a whole other topic I want to touch on.
Yeah.
Of how they could. They already have a Mega Man X game, like the story, the characters. They already have all that ready. But that'll be for another time. But and with classic Mega Man, you know, they say that they've got a new series supervisor or something for Mega Man, and like a new cartoon coming out, but they haven't done anything with it.
Everybody's
Like
probably falling asleep.
at least show us something.
So dudes fall asleep like 20 times.
Yeah.
I would love to see. Actually, I would love to see them revitalize Mega Man, but also implement some storylines from the Archie comics.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the Archie comics,
Oh, Lord have mercy,
Rip.
that'd be great.
Yeah, rip
Yeah.
in peace.
I hope it's actually a hiatus and not
R.I.P.
dead forever.
Oh, if he...
I
R.I.P.
haven't read the last issue yet. I assume it wraps everything up though.
If you have every issue, seal it up.
I've got all the issues. I haven't read since the second crossover. But anyway, we're getting on something else. What are some games that you would like to see come back? Do you agree with us? Disagree? Who do you think has the sexiest voice? You know, let us know.
Hello, everybody. This is Leon. What's going on?
Hello.
Put your panties
They used to
down.
call me white
Put it
chocolate.
down. Put it down now.
Put the cookie down.
Yeah.
Now.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Rubs
Yeah.
the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Got Oreos here. We got a s'more sandwich here.
Okay, but anyway, thanks for coming out and sitting with us for however long, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, please.
Bye.
Come back. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Spinal.